Hey, this is the special Miami Music Week edition of Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast, presented by SetSpace.app. We were on site at the EDMAs and SHIFT Miami in partnership with DJ Life Magazine, DJcity, Beatport, and Cultura Media House. Our host DJ Crooked sat down with the UK's legendary Chris Lake and Atrip, who shared stories on their favorite cities, dream back-to-backs, and the hardest DJs to follow on a festival lineup. Let's get into it.
It's a pleasure, fellas. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you so much for being here. Miami Music Week, SHIFT Miami, EDMAs. First question right off the bat. What is one of the number one things you guys look forward to the most during Miami Music Week?
The weather.
Coming from the UK?
What are you trying to say? You saying we're miserable?
No.
We are.
So it's Miami Music Week. Everyone always sees the highlights, but for you guys personally, what's the most unglamorous part of Miami Music Week?
Not enough sleep.
That's what everyone's been saying, huh?
Not enough sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a lot of running around, a lot of...
This is where I'd like to introduce my hydration company.
So in your recent sets or in your upcoming sets, is there an older track that you've been kind of wanting to incorporate that's unexpected?
It's really funny you say that.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you the one that I was thinking of. It's so cheesy.
It's been Underworld for me. I've been like just playing in, on my fourth sort of channel, just random little Underworld sort of bits because they just, it's so good.
I can't remember the name of the song, but there's one that's in my head. Everybody, move your feet and feel your night.
Oh, right.
Junior Senior.
Senior, the original, untouched, just dropping it.
Yeah, it's been a little bit fiddled with.
Okay. There's been back-to-back sets everywhere. Everyone's doing a back-to-back. In your opinion, what's the most important factor that makes a back-to-back set actually work?
Well, just picture this. Mm-hmm. Picture this. Like two DJs play together and the music's good. Fucking crazy, right? That's what I would imagine would be a good back-to-back.
Do you want to add anything to that, or
I feel like I shouldn't now. That was pretty compelling.
No, that's what I'd be looking for in a good back-to-back. Good music, and then honestly, I like. I'm actually joking. I'm actually not joking. I want good music, but I actually like seeing. I just like seeing DJs have fun and let loose. I do feel like back-to-backs bring out a kind of almost like a little bit of a license to kind of try things 100%. That artists wouldn't do by themselves. Mm-hmm. And it can be back-to-backs can get a little bit wild, a little bit disjointed depending on who's playing together. Definitely for me anyway. And but that can be really fun. That can be really kind of exciting. So jokes aside, I actually like sometimes the awkward rub between the DJs. Sometimes when it's like it can bring about a really good vibe. And I love it when someone fucks up.
And that weirdly happens way more often than you'd think, like with back-to-backs, because I just get distracted.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel like it's been a little bit forced or predictable, a little played out? Or
for back-to-back?
Yeah.
Oh, well, of course. But I mean, it depends what you're doing it for. Mm-hmm. So, if you're doing it for... if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then it probably will come back with the wrong results. But I think if you feel like there's a connection and a synergy there with with who you're playing with, then I think it's likely to be great. So
I feel like every up and coming DJ has a dream, like wants to do a back to back with one of their idols. So I'm kind of wondering, in a dream world, if you could go back to back with a DJ, living or past, who would that DJ be? Hey, what's good, roadies and roadies for life? As professional DJs, our brand matters. That's why I want to tell you about SetSpace.app. It's a professional platform built specifically for today's working DJs. SetSpace provides a central hub for your career with a SetSpace profile, your bio, playlist, mixes, media, and videos, all organized seamlessly in one place. You can manage and share upcoming gigs using a dynamic calendar and instantly direct fans to you with your own custom link or QR code. SetSpace also gives DJs a front row seat to industry news, deals, jobs, and allows DJs to chat with each other. And this is just the beginning. With direct bookings, fan engagement tools, Tipping, yes, I said it, tipping, and new ways to grow your business on the horizon. If you're serious about your craft, it's time to elevate your platform. Download the app at www.SetSpace.app. Respect the DJ. Let's get it.
I never thought about that. I've already done it with one. I did one with Armand Van Helden. That was fantastic.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
That was really, really fun. I'd stick along those lines. If I would probably enjoy Basement Jacks. I think that'd be really fun.
That's dope.
I think their discography,
it would just be so fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be great. So.
Amazing.
I've never met them though.
What about you?
Probably Ben UFO. You could kind of only go wrong then. Like that would probably be like the most humbling like experience you'd have when it comes to track selection. So I'd be quite inclined for someone like that, especially because I think obviously he's technically a wizard, right? But he's not someone that sort of does, rides like all four sort of players with like different samples and whatnot. He is quite linear, so it's like all selection, you know what I mean? So it's like you'd be standing there for those 5 minutes browsing your USB being like, oh damn.
Sounds like you're describing me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what you're describing as well. Is like that's the beauty of a back-to-back. I think is that sort of tingle, and then it's sort of like, and then you have that one of like, I know exactly. And then also if you have a good relationship with someone, that's sort of like, see what you make with this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so throw someone under the bus a little bit.
Yeah.
And
my favorite ones is when you play something, the mix out's really horrible, and you go, good luck.
Or something that like changes tempo in the end.
Exactly. I mean, speaking of that uncomfortability, and then speaking on that, then have you ever been on a festival lineup, or any type of huge lineup? And is there a DJ that you'd hate to go on after?
Loads. I remember years ago. I was playing a festival. I think it was in Finland or something. I played after Afrojack, and it was fucking miserable.
I love that you just called it as well.
No, I've told him this. I've told him his record sounded so big, and honestly, I came like it was. My music had no impact. It sounded pathetic.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. So fair play to Afrojack, because he made great sounding records and made me sound like shit. So yeah,
it's very, very humble of you to say.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. Honestly, I sounded like shit compared to his stuff.
So last question. I know you guys are busy. It's Miami Music Week, and I'm very curious to know, when was the last time you felt the most soulful connection with a crowd when you were DJing?
I mean, I don't know about you, but like the smaller the crowd, the more connected I tend to feel, at least. Like, if it's a really small room where you're really sort of close to people, and like I did this sort of pop-up party in Melbourne in December with in January, I lied, like start of the year, with a friend of mine back to back for like 4 hours, and it was like a free party. Announced it like the hour before, and it was just magical. It was like, one of the players wasn't working, the mixer was broken, and like, the sound was terrible, and it was like this sort of cocktail bar in a backlot in downtown in Melbourne, but it was like just like 150, 200 people, incredible energy.
What's that like, kind of like that basement, raw, gritty kind of
it's
right?
just more honest as well. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of people wanting to have a good time, and it's like it was so sort of, it cut all the fat of like, I think like there's also like a tendency now for nightclubs to get like bigger and flashier and fancier and stuff, and it was such a refreshing reminder that like really all it takes is like a bit of a sound system, a couple of speakers, great music, and people who just want to have a good time.
Probably a strobe.
just one strobe.
And the ice cannon. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What about you?
I'm not sure. I'm actually torn between two. I actually had an after party. I think it was after Art Basel. We went back to a friend's boat, actually just docked right here, and ended up playing records. It was me, Chris Lorenzo, and who else was playing? I don't know. There was only 20 of us. It was so much fun, just playing random shit for hours. It was great fun. But then actually, on the flip side, I'd actually say the one that stands out is probably Coachella 2023, when me and Fisher played. We did the outdoor stage. It was like completely different. It was like 55,000 people, but it was such a intense, unique vibe. It's something I haven't really experienced. I hadn't experienced before, and I haven't experienced since. There was a lot of excitement in the air, and I really felt. Actually, I felt a strange connection to the crowd compared to what I would normally do. Maybe it's just because we were doing it together. Yeah. So I'm doing less, exactly. I'm doing less, and I actually have a moment to actually truly at times look out in the crowd and feel what's happening and be a part of it, rather than when I'm just playing, just being staring down at the screen and trying to make it all happen. Yeah. So maybe that two very different shows. But
that's funny because there's been a couple of DJs that have mentioned you and Fisher spinning together as one of the best back-to-backs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. So that's great.
I love it.
I know you guys you're up on time, but one of these days I've been trying to fight for it. I would love a long form podcast with you because we're based in Vegas. So if you ever have time in Vegas,
I do. I'm there all the time.
So we would love to sit down with you. Yeah,
Let's do it.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.